Sandy Says Read. Welcome back to the channel. This evening we are going to do a review of New Era by Tommy B. Smith. Get the glare off that for you. All right, New Era. This is a horror novel. It's 144 pages. Let's see, published in 2022 by Raventail Publishing. Now, Tommy B. Smith has set this up in two different time periods. We start in 1982 with Terry and Marjorie. They're a married couple who has just moved to New Era, and they basically had to tear down this old house that they bought on this property and rebuild something new. And the cottage that they've built, the cabin that they've built for themselves, they're very happy with it. They're liking it. They've removed a bunch of junk and crap that was there before, but they've kept a couple pieces of memorabilia, some letters, some stuff that was at the old house, at the old property. The letters they've kept because they thought they might need to return those to the former owner if the former owner ever comes back for them. Okay, hold on to that thought. And they're just, trying to make a new home of it because they've got some baggage from when they lived in the city a long time ago. This couple, the way they interact with one another, the way Tommy has written their dialogue with one another, the pacing that Tommy has set up, even in the first chapter, we feel just a touch uncomfortable. I mean, as a reader reading it, there's just a slight discomfort with the way these two interact. You can feel it just in the way he's written it. Brilliant, okay? Anyway, they don't seem comfortable with one another. They're living here alone together, and I'm thinking maybe these two are going to murder one another, right? But no, they're trying to make a go of it. They're trying to make a go of the marriage and everything. But there is something next door to their property that is uncomfortable and unsettling. Okay, so Terry, when he's out working in the yard or working on a fence or something, he looks across at the neighboring property with unease. All right, and he should. The second time period that Tommy B. Smith takes us to, I don't think we get an exact time period, but it's something in the past. And it's a time in the past when if a kid screwed up, the farmer father whipped off his belt and beat the kid with it. It's that kind of time period in the past. And in the past, these two cousins, a little boy and a little girl, were at odds with one another. And rather than just, having a scrap in the front yard and getting over it, they went to these demonic forces and put curses on one another. And those curses are coming to bear. In 1982, those curses are still lingering around this property, and horror ensues. I don't want to give away too much. I don't want to spoil the story, so that if you want to read New Era, I don't give away too much, but there are rattlesnakes attacking people at the behest of a bad spirit. There are curses. It's intriguing. It's a fast read. I mean, those 144 pages go by quickly. I think this took me 2-3 hours to read one evening because it goes very quickly. And that quick pacing, that disjointed, uncomfortable feel that Tommy makes you feel with specific groups gives it that quick edge, that quick read, that quickness. Because some of these groups that distrust one another, they should be distrusting one another, and that feel that his writing style puts you into is brilliantly done. Nicely done. I can recommend New Era as a horror novel that will make you go, ooh, because the snakes come at you. And the way Tommy sets up some of the secondary characters and even tertiary characters to come in, I don't want to give too much away, but the way he sets them up to come in and for them to be introduced so that they can continue in future books is nicely done too. You don't have characters just appearing at the end. You have characters interwoven nicely, which is good, because this is Black Carmenia Book 1, New Era by Tommy B. Smith. Okay, you guys, thumbs up because horrible snakes are awesome, right? Click the bell notification icon so you are notified each time we do something random here on the channel. Thanks for tuning in.